Hello, captains, and welcome back to Let's Play Rule the Waves 2 as the United States. Now, one thing I want to go ahead and mention real quick before we get started. Depending upon the state of tensions and whether or not we're at war with France at the end of this part, I may modify the save to raise tensions with France well above the threshold for war, to basically make it so that come next part we will be starting out at war with France. We can try and sort of explain this if we want to by headcanoning, basically, that the Hawk Party has managed to take control of government, and as a result, they've decided to adopt a much stricter interpretation of the Monroe Doctrine, which for those of you guys that don't know, because you weren't educated in the U.S., simplest way to describe that was basically a doctrine that the U.S. said that they would no longer tolerate any further colonization or puppet monarchs by the European powers in the Western Hemisphere. Roughly the Americas, realistically, is what they meant. But Western Hemisphere. So in this case, we'd be able to explain that away as just, like I said, the Hawk Party has taken a much stricter interpretation, and they consider any European colonies in the Americas to be in violation of that doctrine, and as a result, those territories must be, quote-unquote, liberated. That's just a way to headcanon it. Obviously, you can all feel like you can all come up with your own if you'd prefer, but, that's probably what I would go for. Seems like a nice, easy one to work with. But let's go ahead and begin. Oh, let me actually probably start my timer. That'd be a good idea. Here we go. So, yes, this part we are going to be either starting this part or next part, depending on how things play out with events and whatnot. A war with France. No. Germany, I will buy stuff from you, but I will not sell you tech. Close to mastering wet heater engine, which I think is a weight savings. Commission 12 subs, wonderful. Boom times, there has been a windfall in tax revenues. What are my recommendations? We should build railroads to increase long-term prosperity of the nation. Which I think that actually does have real effects down the line. I don't know how long it takes for them to actually take effect, but I believe that does have actual long-term benefits. New docks completed, unexpected advances in subdivision and damage control, high capacity pump 2, wonderful. And oh no, wet heater engine is a torpedo tech. Damn, our torpedoes are just getting better and better very quickly. We've researched a ton of techs. Basically in 1915 alone, I think. Germany and Britain are scrapping destroyers, and Britain, they also scrapped battleships. That's surprising. Because, I mean, they still have their uses. You could convert those down the line to either CVs or CVLs. I don't know which one battleships can be converted to. And it might depend on their displacement. I'm not sure. But I know that they can be converted. Because I've seen that's something some people like to do with their old battleships on the forums they've mentioned. Is to convert them to carriers. Italy? Yep, Italy, you can buy my tech. Reduces rate of fire penalty for guns below 8 inches and turrets, which I believe is not actually reduces. I believe that is an eliminates. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure it actually eliminates and not just reduces. Oh, continue updating or building up our dock sizes. Dock size does eventually cap out. I don't know what the cap is off the top of my head. There's been a rebellion in the British possession of Malta. No, tensions are a little high for my likings with Britain, so let's say such unpleasantries can be contagious. We should help Great Britain to root out the rebels. We are well on our way to understanding director firing. Wonderful. The rebellion in Malta continues. Up. The Pueblos are now becoming considered out of date. Is there any changes I can make? Yes, in fact, actually their main guns can be upgraded from -1 to quality 0. Secondaries can be improved. Quality 0. Tertiaries can't be improved, and these guys are going to have to go through a long replace machinery, which will live. I wish I didn't have to do that, but we're going to have to. Want to give you more ammo? I think I might. Maybe I'll make it. Well, let's give you a little bit more ammo because 100 rounds is not a whole lot. We'll give you 150. I think that should be sufficient. And let's make you a bit faster at 100 and I was about to say 100 and some odd knots, which, oh boy, that'd be a very fast ship. No, 25 knots. That sounds reasonable. Let's make the turret just a little bit thicker at a full 3 inches on the turret top as opposed to 2.5. Can I swap you out now for... Yeah. We're gonna go and do that anyway. The game's gonna complain about a rate of fire penalty. You guys max out at 32 guns. So I know I said that I was going to do that, but maybe not. Actually, I will do that. Make the secondaries a little bit smaller. Drop you down 2 inches. Slow the ship down to... No, I would love for you to at least stay as you are. Okay, we'll remove some ammo. Get back down to 100. Has to be a way for me to... I can drop your guns down to... the secondaries down to 5. There we go, that'll do it. Can I... that again? I'll keep that as 2, that's fine. Get you back up to 150, yep. Can I make the ship faster again? Yes, I can get you to 24. That's fine. That's... yeah, that's all good. Let's go ahead and upgrade the Pueblos. I don't know where the Pueblos are. They're all in Southeast Asia. Okay, that's easy enough to remember. Japan's laid down a Fuji-class dreadnought. The first of its kind. Only slightly bigger than the Issei, or however it's pronounced. Issei? I don't know. The government is... No. We should not consider any concessions, symbolic or not. Unexpected development in armor? Well, G-game, that might have been useful. And director firing, wonderful. Our scientists report that they are currently baffled by the problem of secondary turrets on dreadnoughts. But I have secondary turrets on my dreadnoughts. And you didn't complain. Let's go ahead and upgrade your guys' fire control solution from central firing to director firing. That'll take 4 months. Oh boy, that's... oh boy. Oh wow, those Pueblos are actually taking more time than they said. I swear it said it was only going to be a year, but no, they're taking a little over a year. I'm going to halt that Kentucky. For now. And I'm going to halt that Constitution. Oil's discovered in the Falkland Islands. No, I think the British do own that. No, we're not going to give the Japanese torpedo protection 2, though. I think I gave them torpedo protection 1, but I'm not going to give them torpedo protection 2. One of our cruisers run aground on the shores of a minor nation while performing an illicit intelligence operation. They threatened to impound the ship, demand that they release it, and send a strong squadron to underline the point. That's not a great design for a light cruiser, I don't think. Also, what's the point of adding the 1 3-inch secondary wherever the hell it is? I don't know where it is, because those are all your primaries. Those 8 that I can see there, I don't actually see the secondary represented at all. I assume maybe because it's only a single one and the game just doesn't render that. Which then begs the question, where is it? Is the sole secondary at the front, the rear? Because it's definitely not going to be on the sides because it's not particularly useful. Reconstruction's finished, and even though I told the British I was going to help them, they have managed to actually fail to maintain control of Malta. And our Wyomings are finishing their rebuilds. New docks completed. Yeah, spend the extra month, that's fine. Yep, go spend the extra month. Germany is offering to sell me better 7-inch guns, so we're not using any 7-inch guns, but I'll take them anyway. We've got the design on the German battlecruiser Hindenburg. Hey, it's a Hindenburg! Hopefully it doesn't, you know, hit something and explode. Better quality 15-inch guns that we're not using. And the Lexington is done. Saratoga finished. Sure, you can have small tube boilers too. Resume construction on those. The Kentuckys now need to get their upgrades as well. I'll give you director firing. That'll improve their accuracy and whatnot. No. Don't give the Japanese better torpedo tech. Lexington finished her workup. A new cruiser from Great Britain has just arrived on a goodwill visit, and the press is eagerly reporting on all of its advanced features. A reporter approaches you for a comment. What do you say? If you want to know why we don't have a ship like that, ask the politicians. Our scientists are baffled by triple bottom. And there we go. Our scientists expect promising results from this new research area, shipboard aircraft operation. Not quite what I was looking for. I was looking for naval aviation heavier than air. Unless they changed the name, and I just never realized it, but I don't think they did. But that's fine. We're going to set that to high. That's going to be useful either way. Saratoga finished her workup. 3 cruisers have finished their workup. Internal torpedo storage for submarines. Italy wants. Yep, Italy can have that. Where are my Pueblos? Have any still done? 2 more have 2 more turns. But let's go ahead and start moving them to Southeast Asia. Nevada finished her workup, or her reconstruction. Kentucky also finished hers. Oh, Italy. Oh, Italy caught one of my agents. Make the agent... No... Well, no, Italy is fine. Our tensions are low enough. I think they'll still want to renew our security agreement anyway. And our scientists say we're close to getting 1,500-ton DDs. And we've made an unexpected advance in torpedo tech. Thank you. TNT warhead. Torpedoes do more damage. Go. The other 2 Pueblos have finished their reconstruction. All those guys go to Southeast Asia. I don't have any Wyomings in Southeast Asia, do I? I don't. Let's send some Wyomings to Southeast Asia. I think I had one there before. And then, yeah, when I brought them back for their rebuilds. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get the Oklahomas. I'll actually just start with the one that's in the North American East Coast. Just to make my life easier. Okay, no better quality 4-inch guns or 6-inch guns or 12-inch guns? Nope, okay. I could replace machinery again, but that's not going to give me a lot of savings, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to give them the better director for now. 4 months for that. There has been an internal upheaval in Shanghai. If we send an expeditionary force to restore order, there is a chance we can take it as a colony. This risks increasing tensions with Japan considerably, and other nations might also have objections. Well, tensions with Japan are okay, and at the end of the day, Japan's not that big of a deal, so someone must shoulder the burden and guarantee order in these cases. Send a force. And as per usual, the situation has spiraled out of control and a local warlord has taken over. As president, I am criticized in the press for my vangless schemes. We're well on our way to understanding improved triple turrets. And we've opened up a new field of amphibious operations that'll improve our invasion range. Let's stop spying on Japan to decrease tensions. I think you already got us this design, guys, just a different ship of the class. There we go, secondary turrets on dreadnoughts, which again, I'm pretty sure we already had with no issue, but sure game. Let's... Really? You already think the Kentuckys are old? Seriously? Well, I guess it's 6 years, and I guess... Yeah, I guess the game says after 6 years, designs are old, more or less. Drop the torpedoes, they're not useful. And 150 rounds. And secondaries, I don't mind them being small. Those should be 4-inch guns. 5 of those. I can make this upwards of 46,000 tons, but let's see how big we actually have to make it. You're gonna put 16, you know what? Yeah, screw it. We'll put 16-inch guns on this. It'll be 45,000 tons. Let's add these. You say most we can have is 44. I need to make this just a bit bigger. Can I do dual batteries yet? Or no? Still no, okay. It's fine. We'll live. So, torpedo protection 2, 11 inches of belt armor, a top speed of 23. It could get you to 24. So, the Wyomings were our first at 22. The Kentuckys followed after. They were a little bit slower at 21. Now we're going to have the Indianas that are a little bit faster than both of them at 23. Oh, can I make those all triple turrets? Ooh, yeah, no. Yeah, nope, okay. I'm okay with just the aft being... No? Okay, that's fine. We'll do 5 and 5. We'll live. We'll live. I would have preferred 3 in the front and 2s in the rear. But that would require a little bit more finagling with the ship. A little more than I would like to be. Well, actually, you know what? No, I think I can do that. I just gotta make the ship a little bit bigger. Give me a little bit more leeway. We'll go for... you know what? Screw it. We'll just go all the way. 46,000. 33 months to build. costs 4,866 a month to build. But that's fine. That's fine. We'll live. These ships are great. I'm sure of it. I'm sure these are great ships. Get you up to 5, because that leaves me like no leeway. The ship will have to go through a replace machinery for pretty much any upgrade after this. Outside of improved guns, or I can keep you at 4-inch, and that gives me leeway for upgrading fire control, adding a catapult for, well, down the line. Adding a seaplane hangar with a couple of planes and a catapult as well eventually. Actually, no, I wouldn't be able to have the seaplane hangar. The ship will have to go through a replace machinery then as well. More than likely, even with 147 spare right now. Yep, okay, that's fine. We're gonna go for this design. The Indiana, 16-inch guns, 4 months. It's gonna take forever to build any of those. Docks completed. Suppress socialist propaganda. Improve triple turrets. Eliminates the rate of fire and reliability penalty for triple turrets. And there's our 1,500-ton DDs. Yep. Go ahead and let that go through its thing. There's been upheaval in Bougainville. In Africa, isn't it? I think it is. I believe it's in Africa, so I don't really care for it if I'm recalling correctly, but I'm gonna double check. No. Unless there's two, this actually looks like it's in Southeast Asia. Well, this will throw us over the top for a war with, French. So, whatever. Let's try our hands again. Order is restored in Bougainville. The place is now under our administration. And we've made an unexpected advance in fleet tactics. Scouting force enables a separate scouting force with armored cruisers and battle cruisers. Wonderful. Improved airship tail design. And war with France. Ah, yes. Bougainville. Not quite where I was thinking, but that'll do. Also, I don't have anything in the South Pacific. So, whoopsie daisy. Those old Jarvises. Yeah, you guys are in Southeast Asia. You're now in the South Pacific. The Chicago and the other Chicago. You guys are also going to the South Pacific. Don't want to send the Kentuckys? No, I'll send a Wyoming, Constitution, and a New Mexico to the South Pacific. You are not going to be big enough, though, for all of that, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to go ahead and start upgrading the base infrastructure there. Let's stop spying on the Germans, and let's stop spying on the Russians, because tensions are getting high, and I'd like to avoid a war with them while I'm busy fighting the French. Now, can I invade the Antilles? No. Okay. I think I might have, at some point in one of my test games, managed to take the Virgin Islands, and that allowed me to invade the Antilles. As it stands right now, our war with France is purely going to be fought at sea, with no invasions, because neither of us can invade each other's territory. Luckily, Bougainville does give us invasions on the Bismarck Archipelago and the Solomon Islands should we go to war with Germany or the British in the future. Well, again, rather, for both of them. Meantime, go ahead and save. And end our turn. Oh, no. Whoops. Thank you. I like that the game reminds me of that, because I would forget. I am the kind of person that would forget that. Let's build one more concentration. Accelerate that. And our submarine S-44 has torpedoed and damaged a French dreadnought. Great job! A good start to the war. Now, I don't know where most of our fighting will take place. I'm kind of thinking it's looking like it's going to be mostly Caribbean. I see 4 battle cruisers, 2 armored cruisers, a light cruiser, 10 destroyers, and 9 corvettes. There. So, what do I have in the Caribbean? I have 2 dreadnoughts. 4 old battleships. Well, they're not old. The game doesn't actually label them as old, but they're battleships, so they're old. They're inherently old. 5 armored cruisers. A metric ton of destroyers, at least for me, and they're not the greatest destroyers. That's the whole reason why they're in the Caribbean. I figure everything's close enough that they can easily, even though guys that are short range are going to be capable of getting into a fight. And battleship engagement around Puerto Rico. The enemy has an estimated 3 battle cruisers, an armor cruiser, a light cruiser, and 3 destroyers. Wow, that's not a lot. And they don't give battle. We have a convoy attack around the Antilles. And the British don't give battle again. Or, not the British, the French. Let's go ahead and build 2 Indianas. We have the Indiana and the Alabama. Sure, we'll call it the Alabama. That's whatever. Okay, which one was it that was the Oklahomas that were getting the upgrades. Well, we're kind of in the middle of something right now, so the other ones are gonna have to wait, I think. I'm gonna ship you to the Caribbean. I want to send you to the South Pacific. You know what? I'm not gonna send you to the South Pacific because like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to actually field everything there. My base capacity is 30. Every ship has some amount of base capacity that it'll take up. I don't believe this number is the base capacity that's used. I could be wrong about that, but I don't believe it is. So as a result, yeah. The enemy is... Wow, already? We can secure even better terms if we crush them completely. A few more months will do it. Better 8-inch guns. I believe we do have 8-inch guns, so that's useful. We do have 8-inch guns, right? I know we got 9s. Are we using 8s as secondaries on something? Oh, I actually do have 7-inch guns. Okay, well those Brooklyns are gonna have to go through a rebuild after this war. But I'm not seeing the 8-inch guns. I thought we were using them on something, but maybe I swapped them out in a rebuild. Yeah, that's something I can think of. Convoy defense around Puerto Rico. And the British... Why do I keep wanting to say the British? The French don't give battle. Convoy defense around Guam. I'm pretty sure they're not going to give battle here. That's a very large disparity in forces. And lo and behold, when I say that they're not going, I don't expect them to give battle, guess what they do? They frickin' give battle. Because of course they do. Well, that's fine. What are these, out of curiosity? Oh, these are the Dales. The Dales are not the newest one. They're slightly older, if I'm recalling correctly. Armored cruiser. say. Well then, the rally's gonna stay away, and they're opening fire. "10-inch guns, 5-inch belts. Yeah, we're gonna stay away. We're gonna wait for the Pueblo and Huron to arrive. They can pen 5 inches of belt. I just need you to keep an eye on these guys. So 2 armored cruisers. This should be easy enough to deal with, especially with our destroyers to assist with their nice magical torpedoes. I don't actually know. I assume the transports that we're supposed to be defending are over here somewhere by the McCall. Or not the McCall, the Burrows. The McCall claims to have spotted something. I don't know where the McCall is. It looks like it's an AI-controlled destroyer somewhere out there. Claims to be spotting an armored cruiser heading up from here, which certainly could be a thing. So if it is an armored cruiser, I have to say I'm a little shocked that it's not with these other 2. I'm a little inclined to say it may not be an armored cruiser. Well, there's the McCall. Oh, Pueblo, what happened to you? Okay, nothing. Go, we're getting hits in on them. So I'm not a big fan of the Pueblo's taking a hit now. So I think we're doing more damage to them than they are to us. Oh, whoops. I did not want you guys to fire your torpedoes. Well, at least not on your own. Did anybody have a high? I'm going to assume the answer to that is going to be a no, so okay. You aim for the lead. Dale. You aim for the lead as well. Barry. You guys don't have shots. Broke off. Yeah, we should have seen this other armored cruiser, so the... Oh shit, don't run into your own torpedoes, guys. That would suck. No, game, pause, damn it. Why do you do that sometimes? You keep going. Ah, we knocked out the front turret on one of them. And it's completely knocked out. It's destroyed, not just disabled. Probably why they've changed their heading as they have, actually. Okay, looks like... Oh no, I thought I gave the Pueblos oil. So I guess armored cruisers and up are not allowed to make smoke. I mean, I'm fine with that. I can live. That's whatever. Okay, one of them's been set on fire. So one has a destroyed front turret and the other one is on fire right now. Just keep going, guys. You're doing great. Much better than I anticipated, to be completely honest. And yes, you guys still have crappy central firing. I need to correct that once we have the opportunity. Raleigh also still has central firing, right? Yep. I only just got director a little while ago, and I haven't had time to send everything through. I focused mostly on the big ships. I want you guys to turn just a little bit. little more. The Pueblo doesn't quite... There we go. Oh, yeah. The trailing armored cruiser is not having a good day. Oh, the rally's taking a hit. You guys gotta slow down because you've taken some damage, or at least one of you has. Don't know which one it is, but yeah, one of you guys is taking a hit. Shit, they're turning south. Still no other reports besides that one about an armored cruiser. Don't quite have a shot. Okay. There you go. The Jouette's gonna have to break off though. It's taking a little too much damage, and destroyers are a little too important to me. Somebody else fired a torpedo. I don't know if it was one of them or not. Unless the game just played the sound effect again after, I'm not sure. I suppose it's a possibility. Oh shit, somebody's engine has been wrecked. Whose engine got hit? The Dale. Okay, Dale, you're breaking off as well. I don't need you slowing down everybody else. And that torpedo is not gonna hit. Or it already missed one of the two, I'm not sure. Do a high speed, I think that'll do it. Oh, that was so close. That was much closer. Do another high speed. Let's get the Decatur in on that as well. And we'll have the Reed do a low. The Barry's also going to break off now because it's taken some damage. And again, destroyers are a little too important to me. So go back to Guam. Maybe make sure you guys are actually going in the right direction. Really? None of those hit? That is surprising to say the least. That none of those hit, apparently. You guys happen to have a shot on the other one. You do, but you're going to be doing low speed ones, so might be able to easily avoid them, but we'll see. Rally, this one is doing something. Oh, I think its rudder might have gotten hit and gotten jammed. Oh no. It was just acting like it had. Attempting to avoid torpedoes, I think. Fire high speed. Yeah, no, that missed. Rally, fire one, just finish it off. I'm pretty sure that hit. The game just didn't give me a pop-up telling me it hit. Rally's taking some damage now, so I think I'm gonna tell you to break off, maybe. I'll go south. Try and get out of the range of its gun. Well, it seems to be ignoring you now, so yeah, just go. Oh yeah, destroyers, you guys are getting well ahead of your target. And your target's heading right for you, it's just a heads up. Oof. Indicator just took a big hit. Come on, get one torpedo out. Do you happen to have a shot? You do. South. Really? Both of those missed. Again. That is some bull that they're getting lucky there. It is annoying that this armored cruiser seems to be basically tailing me. Or no, not tailing me, but it seems to be like shadowing my movements of the destroyers, in a way. Like, it just refuses to do a different heading than what I was telling my destroyers to do a moment ago. Yo, you're on fire again. You guys have... Yes, you guys do have torpedoes. I wasn't sure if I had stripped them off of you guys or not. Just go cruising speed, it's fine. I know you guys are running low on ammo. I just need you to line up a shot with the torpedo and that should do it. You guys are close enough. Oh, there we go. Done. Sunk 2 and they failed to... Yeah, okay, so they only had the 2. So that was a strange report that we were getting from that guy. Out of curiosity, why? I don't know. The McCall sucks at reporting, evidently. Because these guys started like here, headed north, came in towards us, and then we went on this big chase. The McCall was reporting that there was an armored cruiser down here heading more or less straight north. A little bit west, but almost straight north. It was heading like, I guess, I don't know, a heading of 300 degrees or something, we'll say, I don't know. But no. The McCall sucks at noting or properly reporting enemy ships, so that's good to know. Battle of Guam, and we have finally commissioned the battle cruiser, the Constitution, the ship that the class is named after. We got 2 out before we got the Constitution. Italy wants targeting designator. By all means. I got the money. Let's get another Indiana out for 3. How much time is left on my timer out of curiosity? 18 minutes, that's okay. Small engagement around New Hebrides. Yeah, they're not going to get battle there. Enemy coastal raid on Haiti. We're going to accept, and it's destroyers and armored cruisers. That's presumably what the enemy has. Now, I'm pretty sure our heading is the wrong direction. So the installation, they need destroyers here. They're probably coming in from the north. So I'm going to tell my guys to turn north. Oh. And these... We finally get to see the Fredericks in action. It only took them going through a frickin' rebuild for them to finally be allowed to see action. And we have some dreadnoughts as well as backup. Well, I say as backup. They're not really backup, actually. They're probably heading back to port. And I'm not allowed to control them. Those are straight AI. Somebody's shooting at something. Light cruiser reported over here. I am inclined to agree with that. Who reported out of curiosity? The Warrington. Well, there's the Warrington with the Mayrunt. Not seeing anything. That doesn't mean he's lying. Unidentified ship. There you are. That's the light cruiser. Now, is that the only thing they sent? Because if they only sent a light cruiser, holy crap, this is going to be easy, especially with our Fredericks. Oh yeah. The Fredericks are just going to wreck this thing. Oh, nope. Looks like they sent, probably destroyers is what those are. No, more light cruisers. No, destroyers. Those are definitely destroyers. Whoa, 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 whoa. Game. Did you actually give them... Yeah. It looks like the game actually gave them frickin' a battle line. Oh boy, yep. And I don't have control over my dreadnoughts. These are going to be AI-controlled divisions. Well, I guess we'll see how the Oregon and North Carolina do. I don't have control over them at all. So this will be interesting to see how they do. 9.5 inches of belt armor and 2.5 inches of deck. And you are firing on him. But he is outside of your range for you to be able to pen the deck. He's well within your range to be able to... Or excuse me, he's outside of your range to be able to pen the belt. He's well within your range to be able to pen the deck. Your main issue is going to be, yeah, you're firing high explosive. I don't know if high explosive can pen the deck. The game doesn't give me information on that. All I know is it can pen, but I don't know if high explosive actually has the penetration capability to go through 2.5 inches of deck armor. Also, do you have the... You do have the nice fancy director controls. You're reporting a fire control of 0. I'm not sure if that's useful or not. Oh, outside of your range, so I can't. Okay, so yeah. So you guys have central firing, which gives a -30 penalty, apparently, I guess. While director gives a 0. So there's no negative, but there's no benefit either. Eventually I'll get improved director, which I assume will give me a positive. And then I think there's advanced director after improved, but don't quote me on that last one. Oh good, and I actually do get the information regarding the my AI controlled ships. So the BB Wyoming class doesn't tell me which one. Fires 6 14-inch guns at one of these battle cruiser Tourville class, and one of them hit. Another one fired. 5 guns, no hits. The other one fired 6 guns, 1 hit. Their battle cruisers are opening fire on the Seattle, or at least one of them is. Hits from our battleships, or dreadnoughts rather, not battleships. Most people assume BB is battleship because that's just what we're used to, but no, in this game they're dreadnoughts. Well, they're technically dreadnought battleships. The game just only says dreadnought here. Unknown ship opens fire at the Wyoming class. I'm assuming that's these guys. Okay, we've managed to land a hit. Why is the Salt Lake City firing on destroyers? Damn you, Salt Lake City. Why are you doing stupid shit? And I'm not sure if they're running away already. They've just said, we're not going to be able to complete the objective and are just running. I won't complain if that's what they're doing. Because, you know, that benefits me still. Ooh, Salt Lake City's taking a hit. And Seattle managed to land a hit on one of these guys. And these aren't the greatest designs. Battle cruisers, they're okay, I suppose, but I don't think they're that great, personally. And my dreadnoughts are pulling off, so I'm gonna pull off too. I'm gonna be relying on my AI-controlled battle line. We're dealing with their battle cruisers, at least until I have an opportunity to not necessarily sneak, but, you know, get my destroyers in on the action. That's going to be a little while. You know, it kind of looks like my dreadnoughts are beelining for them now, which I'm not a big fan of, all things considered. Mostly because they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be attempting to beeline for the enemy battlecruiser. Oh yeah, that one's screwed. Try not to get... Oh no, I'm trying to... Damn it. Try not to get hit by it. Okay, you guys sunk it before it could do anything. That's great. I think that was probably my dreadnoughts that did that, though. Gotta keep their destroyers off of my dreadnoughts. God, our destroyers are just so much better than theirs. I say that, but I don't actually know what's destroying these guys so much. If it's maybe my armored cruisers or the dreadnoughts of mine, I don't know. Or maybe it is, in fact, my destroyers that are just so much better than their crappy things. No. Not right now, at least. We'll just let the French sink. No. You feel free to focus on these destroyers. Okay, if you're gonna do that, I'm gonna tell you manually targeting. Focus on the destroyers. Or don't, because despite having manual targeting on, you decide to ignore my orders. And the Paulding's gonna have to go home. And the Paulding is failing to follow orders. There we go. You need to get the hell out of here ASAP, Paulding. Otherwise you're sinking. And you may be old, but you're still useful. I kinda need you to live. You make smoke, you break off, you go north. Now, I'm not able to see the smoke that you make. I don't know how useful it's being. At the very least, the Hopkins should be making it harder to hit the ones in the rear. Just such as the Chauncey, the Actahue, and Perry. Ooh, Hopkins took a shot to the magazine, or well, hit to the magazine. Now the Chauncey needs to pick up where the Hopkins left off, leading the charge against this French battlecruiser. I don't think you have a shot, do you? No, outside of your arc. Turn a little bit more. God damn it, Chauncey, why would you do this right now? This isn't the time for reorganizing your frickin' formation. Really? You don't have a shot still? No? Okay. That's kind of annoying, to be honest. Seriously, still no shot. Like, how far off do you have to turn for you to say, oh yeah, no, I got a shot now? I don't know. Break off. We're going south. Those guys, the Chauncey's gonna break off. Gotta go home, it's taking a beating. And this is why I need to get better destroyers in the Caribbean. Or, you know, just force all the enemies out of the Caribbean so that they don't, you know, come into the Caribbean and fight me here. That's another valid option, of course. Their ships are opening fire. My ships are not opening fire. There we go. Now the Wyomings are opening fire. And getting a couple hits in every so often. They shouldn't really be able to do any serious damage to my... The Oregon's taken a bit of damage. Turret A got jammed, and then that's back in action. They've taken a couple hits to the fore aft hull. In fact, the engine also apparently got hit, but doesn't seem to have done any damage, because they're still traveling at max speed of 22 knots. I need to get their light cruiser, the firing arc of my armored cruisers, because I'm pretty sure you're not doing anything to them. Those battle cruisers. No, you can't pen them at all. I mean, you might be able to knock out a gun or something if you're lucky, I don't know. Nope, their turrets are 9 inches. I don't know what the turret tops are, but the turrets themselves are 9 inches. So at absolute best, if you're getting shots into the top of the turret, maybe you potentially have a chance. And their battle cruisers seem to be attempting to intercept my... Okay, now they're not. They've adjusted course. They said, never mind, let's not try to intercept dreadnoughts. That just sounds like a terrible idea. You know what? My dreadnoughts, my destroyers just aren't doing anything. I'm just gonna send them home. They can't do anything at this point. Oregon and North Carolina are taking some shots. That light cruiser is taking a decent amount of damage. And across over my dreadnoughts. Continue to chase on this light cruiser. You guys should easily be able to take care of. Night's fallen, so I'm gonna have to get in close to you and then try and find the dreadnoughts again. Ooh, Seattle took a torpedo. And you guys don't have... Seattle have... Oh, poof, Seattle got quite a bit of flooding. Seattle's going home. Seattle's gonna limp home. Nice, slow 5 knots. Salt Lake City's going to continue the chase, though. Go to cruising speed. You seem to be having a hard time seeing him. Just in general. Oh, dead in the water, he's gonna sink. That's an old report. That's a more recent report. Go there, Squadron Max. Seattle, how you doing? Okay, you seem to be doing a good job getting the flooding under control. Oh yeah. There you go. Now go to cruising speed. That I don't think will cause a bulkhead. Okay, in theory, my battle division is up there. At least in that sort of general area. Seattle spotted something. And Seattle just took another frickin' torpedo. I don't know what... I thought we dealt with all their damn destroyers, but apparently not. Timer. This battle's almost over, so let's go ahead and finish this off, and then I'll end this part. Cruising speed again. Try not to get hit by another frickin' torpedo, because I think the next one will probably kill you. Yep. Holding, I wasn't paying attention to you. You were going the wrong way. Oh, there's the battle division again. Completely changed location. Okay, so their battle cruisers are gonna escape. Sadly. Can't really do anything about that, but this is fine. Okay, that submarine is apparently overdue and is presumed lost. So, destroyed 4... Okay, no. One destroyer did manage to survive, just barely, and it got a shot off at the, Seattle. It was the Seattle, right? I'm not screwing up the names, right? Yeah, Seattle. So, yeah. Sunk 4 destroyers, light cruiser, lightly damaged 3 battle cruisers. Our dreadnoughts got lightly damaged. Overall, an okay engagement. We should not let them off lightly. Continued operations will secure our total victory. And peace is concluded. Well, the only thing I really want to take from you guys is the Antilles. Well, I say that. Wow, this actually is a really good deal at 10 value, which I think is the maximum you can get. The Antilles will keep them out of the Caribbean. I do need to check and see where... spelled it wrong. Where New Hebrides is. That's in South Pacific, isn't it? Yes, I'm pretty sure that is located in the South Pacific region. Polynesia. I believe will also be in the South Pacific region. If I'm recalling my locations correctly. Okay. Oh boy. See, this is why I wish that I could, you know, French Polynesia. Double check what French. Yes, I believe that will also fall in the South Pacific. New Caledonia, I think might also be there, but I'm not sure. I'm not going to take everything though. I want to save a little bit of value for getting reparations. So we're going to take the Antilles to kick them out of the Caribbean, New Hebrides and Polynesia to gain further footholds in South Pacific. Because I do see us going to war with Germany and France again, and because we do own Bougainville now, that means we are going to have engagements in the South Pacific, so I need to have fleet capacity to be able to field a sizable fleet in those locations. We'll let them keep their holdings in Southeast Asia, that's fine. We can always take them at a future war. And Japan takes Madagascar and Djibouti. And Italy takes Annam. Okay, yeah. So that's New Hebrides there, there's Polynesia over there. So Italy now owns part of Vietnam, and Japan continues their expansion in Africa because reasons. Oh no, not high. Too low for those. And low spying on the Japanese. So, okay, there we go. We are losing a decent amount of money. Let's just do normal construction for that stuff, because we don't need to be doing the full thing anymore. I do need to put some fences in our new holdings here. They are expensive. We are going to have to find some way to save some money, which is probably the easiest thing to do, is just halt construction on some of these new Indianas. Well, you know, let's get the Indiana class out. So I'll halt the other two Indianas. So that's gonna be it for this part. Let's go ahead and actually get the Jarvises upgraded real quick if we can. Switch them to oil. Oh, upgrades there. Oh boy, I can get you all the way up to 32 knots. Oh, that's fast. Well, I mean, that actually just gets you on par with the Jenkins. Speaking of Jenkins, that's destroyers. And we now have 1,500 ton destroyers. Or 1,500 ton, rather, whatever. Same difference, actually, really. So, we might need to go and design new destroyers, because 1,500 ton destroyers are nice. But let's go ahead real quick and upgrade the Jarvises. And we'll get them up to 32 knots so that they're on par with our new Jenkins. And make sure our corvettes are all set to foreign station. And just out of curiosity, how would you design a 1,500 ton? Well, game, 1,500 ton, thank you very much. You don't need to do cramped accommodations for that. Don't need to do a forward centerline turret, because that just seems absolutely ridiculous as a concept. PRW. That looks a little weird to me. ERV? Still a little weird to me. EQV? EQV looks okay. And we'll put one exhaust stack, whatever the hell, there. Do I want to keep you at 4-inch guns, or do I want to put you up at 5 now? I think I'm going to put you at 5. Because just, why not? Literally, no reason not to. 6 inches makes the game complain. 4-inch secondaries, how many can I fit on here before the game complains about too many? 6. That's fine. I don't think I can do tertiaries on these, right? Yeah. Destroyers are not allowed to carry tertiaries whatsoever. I don't have dual gun mounts for destroyers. That's fine. I wish I could. Well, not really. Dual mounts on destroyers don't really have much of a use, at least for main guns. They might be useful for secondary some way or another. Ooh, you up to 35. Do I want to do that? I think eventually you can research tech that allows you to armor destroyers, but I could be wrong about that. I don't have multi-tube torpedoes yet, sadly. Still. Do I want to give you minesweep? Yeah, I'm going to give my guys minesweeping gear. That way they can, in theory, sweep out enemy mines that are near enemy ports when we have to chase the enemy into their port, as will sometimes happen in the future. So, 1500 ton, normal freeboard, speed of 34 knots, medium range, engine priority speed, oil fuel, no armor whatsoever, no torpedo defense whatsoever. You rely on your speed for torpedo defense. 2 5-inch guns, 1 forward, 1 aft, 150 rounds per 1 fire control position. I can move it to 3. It literally makes no difference at local only. I don't think this will have any effect on their accuracy either at local only. I don't believe the number of fire control positions has any effect there. So we'll just leave that as is. 6 4-inch secondary single gun turrets. They could in theory be case mounted, but I'm not going to do that. I want these to be able to be upgraded dual purpose. 3 single tube torpedo swivel mounts, center line of course, and a minesweeping gear. I think this is a nice design for a 1500 ton destroyer. So let's do that. But we're gonna have to wait till next time for the design study to be finished. So I will see you all in the next part of Rule the Waves 2. But until then, a goodbye and farewell.